Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, when I walk out onto the grass here at Saban Field, this is one of the most iconic places in all of college sports. When Bryant-Denny is good, it's one of the most dynamic home field crowds. They are so excited to welcome back their Crimson Tide, and they are really loud early in this pregame. I'll keep you posted on how loud, how crazy, and how frenetic it gets here for the Crimson Tide. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Working the ground game. Enough to move the chains. At the 40, there he goes. Turning on the Jets. The 30, the 20, the 10. Into the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Man, these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And he puts through the extra point. Coming out with it, it's Warren. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Hits inside, it's Edwards. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Just going to keep it after the snap. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Marcel Reed to throw for it on 4th. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
From the gun, it's Edwards. They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Here's Reed to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Warren. The defense wouldn't let it loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Before this third down play, they're going to take a moment to think it over and call a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Deafening noise. Reed trying to cut through it. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
Well, we saw earlier in the game, after not getting it on third, going for it on fourth down and having success. So you got to wonder, after that incompletion, are they going to try that again and stay aggressive here on fourth?
They're going to stay aggressive and lead the offense out there on fourth down again. Fourth down, Reed. He tries to take the top off. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Hey, at this point of the game, fourth and short, no problem going for it. Fourth and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
Follows his block. It's Coleman. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to add another. Oh, and the extra point is blocked. He's got it. He can take this back for 2. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Texas A&M going quickly.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Left side, it's Warren. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Throwing Reed. Right side, it's Craver. At the 45, on his way. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. Couldn't really get started there. Pick up of 1 to the 35. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Just feeds the running back. Nowhere to go.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. Hey, no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
In the gun, third down, Reed. Out wide right, it's Craver. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. It's fourth down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Reed to throw for it on fourth. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
Man, those plays are frustrating on a defense. You get 3 stops and you force that 4th down, trying to get off the field, but the offense makes the play, gets the first down. It's almost like you got to kind of recalibrate, refocus. Forget that one. Let's do it again.
They're all over him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Getting set for the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Keelan Russell. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. We've had some early action here as they take over, trailing 13-7. From the red zone, it's Edwards. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
Big 3rd down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Now here's Reed. Working the middle, it's complete. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Texas A&M will use its 2nd timeout. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down. Marcel Reed to throw for it on 4th. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He's got enough, and he slides to avoid the punishment, and it'll be a first down. Nice move there on 4th and short. The Aggies line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they take it in for 6 more points. The first score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns. And the extra point gives them the lead of 14-13. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Tide ready to roll on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll move the wide receiver. Alabama will get the first down.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
Looking for room, it's Coleman. He's got the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Russell. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down.
And that's the play the defense finally needed, man. They were getting gashed early. First 2 drives, they gave up 2 touchdowns. They knew they had to be able to get off the field. Great job creating the incompletion there on 3rd down, now setting up 4th.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Turning it on. He's at the 10, and he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Aggies. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, it's 21-13. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Quick give. It's Coleman. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Russell on play action. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Changing the routes with his receivers. Russell will throw for it on 4th. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tight end now in motion. Reed. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Throwing Russell. He's going to take off. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum.
Great, let's go. Move forward, Will. Move forward, Will.
Back to throw, it's Russell. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
One of the big risks about being in an empty set is that you don't have tight ends or running backs helping you out in pass protection. And that time, the quarterback got hit right before he let it go, and that's why that ball fell incomplete.
Second down, gonna throw it. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Touchdown, Aggies. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They go play action with Russell. Move to his right. On the run, deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Keelan Russell. Looking down the middle. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Drops back, it's Reed. Rolls right. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Made the grab in the end zone for 6.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Russell still looking to his right. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And man, oh man, I just don't understand what we're trying to do offensively. Like, last possession was your 4th pick, and coming out, throwing again. They've got to find some way to settle this dude down.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
That's a great play by this defense. It's hard when you go against a guy that's so good at the quarterback spot. He can make so many plays, but the defense understood that rep. Nice job getting to him, corralling him, getting him on the ground, and creating the big sack.
And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. Now the Aggies will use their last timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. But look at this. They're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. 4th down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
Reed. Still looking. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play.
And absolutely nothing doing there on the quarterback run. Defense takes all the gaps away. They use their speed to force him to the sidelines. He didn't even gain any yards, guys, before going out of bounds.
From the gun on 3rd down, Reed. Stepping to the right. Fires to the middle. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit?
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. 4th down, Reed. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Crosses the 30. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We start with Oregon taking on the number 14 team, the Michigan Wolverines. And it's the home squad, keeping things within arm's reach here in this ranked-on-ranked battle. I think the plan here is just to get to halftime, then figure out a way to pull this out in the second half. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about this.